Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just have a quick video for today. I'm going to talk again about calendar blocking, and that has been really what is saving my bacon these days as we're coming more into tax season. More people are wanting their taxes done. I'm the only one in my company that can do taxes this year. That'll be changing. First off, I'll put this right in the description. We are seeking bookkeepers. We are growing pretty quickly. We're seeking bookkeepers and possibly also medical billers. So if you have anyone that, or if you know someone who is a real go-getter, they have to show a lot of initiative. I would like them to be familiar with QuickBooks Online, and the software that they're going to be needing to use. It is required that they have a pretty good solid understanding of bookkeeping, so that I don't have to, I'm not very good at training. That's unfortunately the way it is. It is a work from home position. And I've said many times, I can teach skills all day long. Okay? What I can't teach is character. You have got to be the kind of person that shows initiative, who is willing to pick up the phone and call if there's an issue, problem, concern, rather than letting things wait for weeks, wondering, why we're not in communication. I am extremely busy. I don't have time to babysit a new bookkeeper. I do have time to train skills, but I don't have time to deal with a lack of initiative on anyone's part. So give us a call at 801-692-0032. Harley will be more than happy to go over the requirements with you, and she will then schedule you an appointment with me, which is available via Zoom, or will actually be RingCentral Video, or Teams, Microsoft Teams, or in person. So I'm very flexible that way. Yeah. So lots is going on. Lots of good stuff is happening. I am really excited. I have had a goal for this business, and I'm starting to think I'm actually going to make it this month. So with that said, moving on. I want to talk about calendar blocking. Okay. I am very particular about it because I have a lot going on. And so I have, I've told people all the time, if it's not on my calendar, it's not happening. And why is that? Okay, why is that? I leave a lot of time in my calendar open because I do need to be available to meet with clients, and I don't want to close up every minute of the day. But I work a lot of hours, and I try to work as smart as possible, which is why I'm looking for more bookkeepers. I try to group everything together. I try to, I put in things like deadlines. It's one of the first things I do. I look at my calendar and see what kind of deadlines I have. And with that, I want to go through and make sure that I am meeting those deadlines. When you are overbooked, when you literally have more work than there are hours in the day, it's just way too easy for you to overextend yourself. And when that happens, that's when things start to fall through the cracks. So what I do is I do a lot of calendar blocking, which means I block out, if it's more than 5 minutes of my time, I put it on the calendar and I block it out. Especially if I know I'm going to be out of the office, because I want to make sure that I am not overextending myself. And having done this for almost 20 years, I'm pretty solid on how much time it takes. So, I know it takes me about an hour to do taxes if I have everything in front of me. I know it takes, I know about how long it's going to take. And I know, that as I have tax clients and I have clients for a long time, that time commitment goes down each week, which is awesome. By the way, we don't bill by the hour, we bill by the project, which can be a very good thing for you. So what I do is I block out all the time that things that I absolutely have to get done. There's a lot on my calendar. And then I start off with everything that's going to take me out of the office. And then then I add in the meetings that I know I'm going to have. And I always want to make sure that I'm not double booking myself. So I used to have multiple calendars on Google Calendar. But then I switched almost 100% to Microsoft because they have the good software for businesses. I do still use Google quite a bit. We still have Google. I just didn't like Gmail. I've always used Outlook. So we went with Microsoft, and I've started using only one Microsoft calendar. I color code it because I like it that way. And I can't actually share my calendar with you because there's so much on here that's confidential. But I can, tell you, I have spots in my calendar where I'm saying, this is focus time. Nobody can talk to me then. This is time for me to catch up on my messages. This is time for me to kind of review all my clients and spend some time and really make sure that nothing's been missed. And I try to do that very early on in the process. Every once in a while, we'll get a client that's so big and so high maintenance that we will just get swamped with the parts that they're high maintenance about and have a harder time with the things that they're not paying attention to. And really, it should be the other way around. We should be paying attention to the parts of their business that they're not paying attention to, because that's what they pay us for. But it's kind of human nature. We want to please our clients. So we have had in the past a few occasions where I felt so rushed by the client that a few small things kind of got neglected. The problem with that is that then they become big things. And I'm willing to own it because I am always, the big thing about me is that I need to learn from my mistakes. So I make sure to put everything in the calendar and everything in the task list, because there have been times when I've sat down to work and I've been like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. And I know my clients feel the same way too. In fact, I just got out of a meeting with a client who expressed that very same thing. He says, I need to spend time making money, and I'm happy to pay you money so that I can make more money. So we work very, very hard, and I will be working much longer hours this next couple of months, so that everything that needs to be done actually gets done. Kind of brings me to a little bit of part two. So all the calendar blocking I do is a lot of, if I have an appointment outside of the office, I will put in, I will block out travel time before and after so that nobody can book me for an appointment when I know I'm not going to be home or I'm not going to be in the office. I also, so the first thing I book in is when I know I'm going to be out of the office. Many times it's kind of out of my control. The second thing I book is all of the meetings. They're usually right on my calendar. Harley usually books them for me. Occasionally I book them for myself. And then I can look and see when I have time for kind of optional things, so to speak. There's some personal care. I put fitness on my calendar every day. It is spring now. Welcome to March. It is spring. At least in my mind. And so I've started putting go for a walk for an hour every afternoon at 5 o'clock. And what that means is at 5 o'clock, exactly on the dot, I am off the computer and out the door. By 5:15, I'm out the door. I walk 30 minutes one way, and then I turn around and I just walk outside. I don't go to a gym. I just walk outside. I turn around and I walk 30 minutes the other way. And that usually gets me all of the cardio that I need for the day. And then I also put in my calendar, evening yoga, maybe a morning quick workout. I have some pretty serious weight loss goals. It's starting to affect my health. So I want to make sure all of this is on the calendar because that's a high priority for me. I put study time on my calendar. When I have classes, I put those classes on. If I have a webinar that I want to attend, it's on my calendar. And then I start putting everything else around that. So, maybe tonight, maybe I will say, I want to work late tonight because I have so much going on this week. I'd like to have a really solid start to the week. So I'm going to go for my walk, and then at 6:30, I'm going to come back to work and work some more. I don't want to neglect that walk, but I may have to decide that, I need to start work at 7 and go till 10 some nights. But that's my office hours are 9 to 5. I don't do client meetings or phone calls before 9 a.m. or after 5 p.m. But I am, sometimes I will do work late at night, early in the morning. And when I know that I am overloaded, that's when I will start really going, I want to work late. I want to get all of this done. I have so much to do and it all needs to get done. And the nice thing about that is that then, because I track my time very closely, I can then look and start to say, this is the point at which I need to hire somebody else. Okay. This is the point at which I need to find someone who, can jump in and is willing to ramp up and is willing to take initiative. Initiative is huge. This is the time that I need to spend with my family, okay? I want to have dinner with my family every night. It's on the calendar. The reason for that is that my relationships are important to me. Okay, put those things that are most important to you on the calendar first, and then work everything else around it. When that happens, you'll find that you start to get everything done that you want to have done, and it's much easier that way. So tonight I have my walk. Tomorrow I have a meeting with a client kind of late in the morning, which is great. I don't really schedule anything early in the morning. And then I already know what I'm going to do tomorrow because I've blocked out anything that's going to be more than just a few minutes. I've blocked out time to really focused get into my work so that I can get everything done. So that's it for today. It's really critical to make sure that you are, taking care of your priorities. Start with yourself, your relationships, your family, and then work on to your professional life. If you do that, I think you'll find that you have more balance in your life. The other thing that I do that I'm absolutely protective of is I'm protective of my bookkeeper's time. I have had, and I'm very protective of my staff, very protective. I have had potential clients or former clients reach out to my staff and were not as polite as I thought they should be. And I was actually the one that reached out and said, I saw your email, and if you talk to my staff like that again, you won't be our client. The reason for that is my staff are the face of the business. I know I'm the one that does all the videos, but my staff really are, they're the face of the business. And they are the people that I depend on to get things done. I have worked for companies that didn't protect their staff, didn't protect their staff's time. I've told my people, if you tell me you're going to be out at the office, block it out on the calendar so that I know. And so it's right in my face because I do forget. And then make sure that when you get back, we'll talk. Make sure that all of your clients are covered. Just be in communication with me, and I will go to bat for you. You don't ever have to worry about that. I am never going to come back and say, well, it was your fault that this client left. In the end, it's my business. It's my fault. Okay. anything that happens, in this business, it comes back on me. So I am very protective of my staff because I want them to stay. I want, if they've lasted more than a month with me, they're probably in it for the long haul. Usually if they're not in it for the long haul, they don't make it past onboarding. I don't know why that is, but well, I kind of do. It's because I want them to show initiative. And so if they're not doing some of this themselves, that's on them. But the people that are working with me now are the ones that understand that some of this is learning as we go. And some of this is about figuring things out. And now we're creating routines. And now we're creating the systems and processes. And now I can start putting it in a document so that I know exactly what's supposed to happen at this point, at this point, at this point, at this point. And we're in the process of doing all that. Also, we put all the deadlines on the calendar. We want to know ahead of time if you have a deadline of something that needs to be done. Whether that's, I need PPP money and the deadline is, I haven't seen a deadline on that, but whenever the date is, we need to know what that is. It's really easy to overpromise. The problem with that is the other half of it is you end up under-delivering. And I never want to be in that position. So I work really hard to make sure that I underpromise and over-deliver because then I look amazing. But if it's the other way around, people get frustrated. So that's really it for today. Use your calendar. Use it as a tool. Go in, put the most important things, your date night with your spouse, your date night with your kids, family dinners, fitness, taking care of yourself. Put all that on your calendar and then start working around that because there's no, you can't replace you, I promise. I can replace my staff, but they can't replace me very easily. I really can't replace my girls. They're just absolutely wonderful. Nobody cares more about your health than you do. So make sure you put that on your calendar. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And then you will find that if you put the big rocks in, you will be able to figure out how to make everything else fit. So put the most important things on your calendar first. And then you will find that you will have time for the things that kind of take up time that maybe are just, you'll be able to weed out the time sucks. And so that's it for today. Hope that helped. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. I would love to hear from you if you're interested in having us do your bookkeeping, accounting, payroll, taxes, anything along those lines. I don't do audits. I'm not a CPA. And I don't do attestation services as of yet. So, but anything else, comment below. Our contact information is below. You'll be able to book with me right online, and we would be more than happy to chat with you about your needs and discuss with you what you can do to help your business moving forward. Thanks very much and have a great day.